All of us have our own lives to pursue, our own dreams to weave, and all of us have the power to turn dreams into reality as long as we hold firm to our faith. Louisa May Alcott. Every person born into this vast life carries in their heart a unique path. Like small rivers, quietly seeking the vast ocean, some walk slowly, some rush forward, but all head toward a horizon of hope and aspiration. The vibrant tapestry is woven from threads of effort, perseverance, and faith. Each fall is a stitch that tightens resolve. Each failure, a deep hue that adds depth to the picture of life. It does not lie in muscles or power, but in a heart that trusts itself, like a seed, believing that beneath the dark soil, sunlight awaits. When people hold firm to their faith, they are like sailors in the vast ocean, even amid swirling storms, keeping their eyes on the guiding star. That brief dialogue thus carries the warmth of encouragement, fanning the flame of hope, reminding us that every journey is worth cherishing and every dream worth pursuing. It makes us understand that happiness is not a distant destination, but the courageous process of walking day by day with faith like the dawn illuminating the path ahead. Wherever you go, no matter the weather, always bring your own sunshine. Anthony J. D'Angelo. The entire sky of emotions within each person. Life is not always radiant with golden sunshine. There are days of heavy rain from disappointment, cold winds carrying loneliness and weariness. But your own sunshine is optimism, a resilient smile, a heart that ignites hope even when surrounded by darkness. Like a small lamp in the long night, though it cannot dispel the entire black sky, it is enough to illuminate each step. When we carry that sunshine, every place we go becomes less cold. Every person we meet feels the warmth of sincerity. That sunshine can be faith in oneself, kindness given without expectation, a positive attitude in adversity. It turns rugged paths into memorable journeys, difficulties into lessons, and sorrow into the strength of maturity. We cannot control life's storms, but we can choose how we walk through the rain. When the heart always shines brightly, we not only warm ourselves but also spread light to others, like the sun silently illuminating everywhere without demanding anything. And in that moment, we understand that happiness does not depend on circumstances, but arises from our attitude toward life, where inner sunshine always bursts forth, guiding us through every season of storms with faith and peace. All meaningful things are simple. Trivial things are complex and hard to understand. Everything is simple. Only deceit is complex. Os. Happiness, love, sincerity, or peace do not need flashy shells to exist. They are as simple as wildflowers by the roadside, but powerful enough to soothe a weary day. In contrast, trivial things are complex and hard to understand, like mazes built by humans, where ego, ambition, and boasting intertwine into tangled threads that lead us astray. The more we try to embellish empty values, the heavier life becomes, like carrying a suitcase full of stones just to prove we're going far. Affirming only deceit is complex, like a mirror reflecting the masks people often wear. Each untrue word needs more to cover it. Each insincere action requires an elaborate script to protect it. Meanwhile, truth is always straightforward, like sunlight, needing only to appear to illuminate every shadow. This thought thus carries purifying energy, inviting us to return to a simple way of life, where emotions are expressed naturally, where value is measured by kindness rather than flashy appearances. It makes us understand that the more we live truthfully, the lighter our hearts, the less complex, the closer to happiness. In a noisy world full of disguises, simplicity becomes a form of courage, and sincerity becomes the guiding light, helping people rediscover their inherent beauty. The real test is not whether you avoid failure, but whether you let it stop you. Barack Obama, gentle yet powerful, like water silently smoothing pebbles, reminding us that failure is not a wall blocking the way, but merely a bend on the road to maturity. Life is not a smooth silk carpet, but a rugged slope with countless pits testing perseverance. Some fall and sit lamenting, letting pain become chains binding the future. Others stand up, brush off the dust, turning scars into marks of courage. It is in the moment of facing failure that human character is revealed, like metal in red-hot fire. The more heated, the tougher. Not denying the pain of mistakes, but giving it new meaning. Failure is a strict but fair teacher, teaching humility, endurance, and greater wisdom. If we let fear lead, each fall is a step back from dreams. But if we hold firm to faith, each stumble becomes a step upward to greater heights. The message spreads positive energy, like dawn after a long, stormy night, affirming that strength lies not in never losing, but in the ability to keep going even when the heart hurts and legs tremble. From this, we understand that life's greatest test is not on paper, but in how we choose to stand or fall before adversity, and that choice determines who we become on the journey of life. Every problem is a gift. Without problems, we would not grow. Anthony Robbins, a gentle yet powerful perspective on life's challenges. At first glance, gift evokes joy and happiness. But here, it takes the form of difficulties, stumbles, and pain like a raw pearl wrapped in rough stone, needing time to polish before shining. Each problem appears like a headwind, initially causing us to waver, but that very resistance strengthens the wings of our will. If life were only flat, people would be like saplings grown in a greenhouse, shooting up quickly but fragile, unable to withstand real storms. Difficulties force us to think deeper, be more patient, and learn to trust ourselves when no one else can support us. From long nights of worry, we learn calmness. From failures, we learn the value of persistence. And from losses, we understand appreciation. A positive meaning turning adversity into a silent teacher, shaping the human soul bit by bit. When we change our perspective, problems no longer block the path, but become steps leading to new levels of awareness and resilience. Warm energy, reminding us that each confrontation with difficulty is an opportunity for growth. And looking back on the journey, we realize that those seemingly harsh gifts have created a steadfast, profound, and stronger version of ourselves today. Success seems to be connected with action. Successful people keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Conrad Hilton, dreams only truly live when nurtured by concrete actions, not by beautiful thoughts lying dormant in the mind. Successful people are likened to rivers that never stop flowing forward, even when encountering rapids, finding ways to curve and overcome rather than standing still to dry up. They keep advancing even when their feet are weary, because they understand that each step, however small, shortens the distance to the goal. Making mistakes does not weaken them. On the contrary, like scratches on a forged sword, the more challenges, the sharper and steadier the blade. Mistakes become lessons, not final sentences. And most importantly, they don't quit, because quitting closes the door to all possibilities. Success is not for the perfect, but for the persistent. It makes us understand that the path upward is never straight, but each time we fall and rise is a step closer to a better version of ourselves. In that unrelenting stride, success is no longer a distant destination, but the inevitable result of determination, effort, and faith in the chosen journey. I never dreamed about success. I worked for it. Instills. Dreams are not denied, but placed in their proper position, like a torch lighting the way, not the feet carrying us to the destination. Success does not come from moments of beautiful dreaming, but is built from hours of persistent labor, like a sturdy house stacked from thousands of nameless small bricks. Each drop of sweat is a seed sown for the future, which may not bloom today, but will bear sweet fruit tomorrow. A craftsman diligently at the forge, not noisily boasting, only quietly tempering dreams into reality with discipline and determination. In that journey, there is fatigue, doubt, days that seem to advance little, but it is the silent persistence that creates the final leap. Success is not a reward for those who wish the most, but for those ready to effort the longest. It helps us understand that each small action today paves the road for a brilliant tomorrow. And when we choose to work tirelessly for our goals, success becomes not a luxurious dream, but the inevitable result of a meaningful and resilient life process. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Benjamin Franklin. Preparation in every journey to conquer goals. Like a farmer tilling the soil before sowing season, if the land is barren and full of stones, even the best seeds struggle to sprout. Life is the same. Opportunities only truly bloom on ground cultivated with knowledge, skills, and a ready spirit. When people underestimate the preparation phase, they enter challenges like sailors setting out without a compass, easily lost amid waves and bewildered by unexpected changes. Success is not a moment of luck, but the result of silent preparation behind the stage lights. Each hour of study, each practice, each carefully thought plan is a brick building a solid foundation for the future. Conversely, complacency and procrastination accumulate into dangerous gaps where failure easily slips in. Proactive before fate, when we prepare well, we not only reduce risks, but also increase confidence to embrace challenges. Understand that behind every brilliant success is always a quiet but decisive preparation phase, and today's seriousness will open the door to tomorrow's victory. Successful people have a different mindset. They don't just think about what they can do, but also about what they can learn. John C. Maxwell. A kind of wisdom that is always in motion and constantly expanding. If many see life as a list of tasks to complete, successful people view it as a vast classroom where every experience, sweet or bitter, carries a valuable lesson. Like explorers entering new lands, not just to conquer peaks, but to observe each river, each tree, each strange footprint along the way. When facing challenges, instead of just asking, "What can I do?" they quietly ponder, "What is this teaching me?" Turning difficulties into opportunities for growth, mistakes into compasses for wiser steps ahead. The learning mindset keeps them unbound by current limits, always reaching beyond comfort zones to absorb the new, like fertile soil ready to receive every drop of knowledge rain. People nurture a progressive and humble spirit, for the more we learn, the stronger we become. The more we know, the freer we are. Recognize that success is not only built by actions, but also nurtured by curiosity and an unceasing desire for self-development. In that journey, each passing day becomes a step forward, not just in achievements, but in depth of wisdom and resilience in living. Business opportunities are like buses. There's always another one coming. Richard Branson. The unending flow of opportunities in life. Just as at a busy bus stop, sometimes we arrive late and see the door close before our eyes. Regret rising as the bus pulls away, but the road does not become empty because of that. Just a moment later, from afar appears the light of another bus, bringing new hope and a new direction. Failing in one opportunity does not mean the end of all, but merely a turn in the journey of business and self-development. Successful people understand this, so they do not panic or despair when one door closes, because they believe in the abundant flow of possibilities ahead. Each opportunity is like a bus with its own route, Some go fast, some long, some meander through many stops to teach more experience. The important thing is not catching every bus, but being alert and prepared to board the right one for our goals. People maintain faith and patience amid the fluctuations of the market and life. Understand that opportunities are not a rare resource appearing only once, but a continuously flowing stream, and our task is to be ready to learn, grow, and step up when the right moment arrives.